What's up, everybody? Welcome to this demo that everybody seems to be playing right now that I downloaded and tried it. I actually kind of like it. It's called Nomad Drive. Yeah, it's like a very oversimplistic version of Long Drive. As you will see, there are only two vehicles in the game. We're going to try a new game here. Let's do... This one's for YouTube. And let's do... 676767, because why the fuck not, right? I don't know what the seeds do. This makes save game number 4, I think, because I was trying different things to see what worked and what didn't, as far as like a let's play. And of course, this game's not even out yet, so look like Freddy Krueger. Alright, let's see what's in here. They would give me a bookshelf at the start, wouldn't they? We can't carry this with us. The first vehicle you start out with is, unfortunately, a Betty van. Like a Barkus. My van is missing. Where is my van? Is it out here? Okay, so, alright. They put it out here this time. Which is okay. I prefer, you know, being outside anyway. Alright, it's loaded up with premium gas. I tried two different longevity things, using the small Betty van or using the big RV. It seems like either are valid. There's not as much room in the Betty van, obviously, as it is in the big RV. The big RV is about 30% bigger. So, we're gonna take Betty here, but we're gonna aim for the RV. In fact, I'm not even gonna touch this one up because I want the RV instead. The game is very simplistic right now. See, this is a door for the RV, which we do not have yet. Let's get the tires together. I'm going to leave it on the ground for now, so that way we can, you know, go in and out of it a little bit easier. I like these RV seats better than the Betty van seats, as you'll see in a minute. Yeah, but it's not a bad game. It's just, it's overly simplistic at the moment, because there's just not much in it yet. You see, it runs pretty good. It is kind of buggy. There are a few points where I reloaded a save, and every so often there's like a transition that you can see visually. In fact, I'll point it out to you, where the road isn't solid. On your first load up, it's great. You can just ride right over top of them, and it's not a problem. On a reload, sometimes your vehicle hits it, and it does this weird like flying under some water. We're gonna take that upstairs with us. That's a Betty van seat right there. I don't really care for that green. So we're gonna aim to get two RV seats. Like I said, we're gonna be switching to an RV anyway. So one thing I will point out: you never want to put they call it the hippie van, the Betty van. Do not put the hippie van doors on the RV. I was just watching a YouTuber fail to be able to open his door to leave his vehicle. And like long drive, you can't just spawn next to your vehicle by hitting the eject button. You actually have to physically open the door. And the Betty van's door is sit at such a weird angle that you can't. Oh wow, it's two Betty van seats. That you can't open the door from the seat. So unfortunately for that. Now we're just going to drain all of this water into that. Taking this. I like this is one of my favorite end tables right here. It's got lots of storage on it. And unfortunately, this is one of those games where you can only carry one object on you at a time. I like to put this one right here. Get it to line up. This game is very hit and miss. There's like an auto decorator function that I'm bypassing because there's a known bug where if you use that, it twists the object 90 degrees or 45, yeah, 90 degrees, and I don't want that happening. So, oh, good, more water. We're gonna stick this on the back. Yeah, because we gotta get the rest of the stuff. There's an apple, orange. There's plants in the game. You can. Ooh, metal detector. Oh, is it starting already? It bleeped. Must be back here. This is annoying. Actually pretty good at this, though. Nope, going further. There it goes. watched about 6 different YouTubers play that, and nobody has gotten it to dead on. They just get it really, really close and then just start beating the hell out of the ground with a shovel until they find it, like a Neanderthal. I'm actually pretty good at that. Is that RV door? Okay. I saw a Betty Van door. Which is weird, because out of the 4 other previous times I've loaded this game, I've only come up with 1 door at the start. I think it was in the living room. Hopefully it's a Betty Van door. Alright, let's take the Betty... Well, no, yeah, I already committed to it. I'm taking the black seats. I like the black seats better. We need this. This is the handbrake, which is universal between both vehicles. Get it to attach. Very good. We gotta find the radiator. I'm not painting the vehicle. Oh god, especially the RV. Good lord, the RV. Maybe Van door, okay. I don't know, I might paint it. Basically, I take the angle grinder, and I get the rust off of it, and then that's about it. The RV, it's just way too much surface area. It takes way too much time. There's some pills. We'll put this where they go. I have a method to packing this van, as you guys will see in a second. I wish I could utilize the back side of that drawer, though. Get on there. There we go. So yeah, there's a little bit of a method to my madness for packing, stacking, and racking this van down. Which you guys will see. And then of course once we upgrade to the RV, then, you know, our pallet can expand quite a bit. There's a refrigerator that won't fit in the Betty Van, that big shelf that I want to take with me so badly. I want that much room. Maybe we'll get lucky. If we get lucky and we get the RV early enough, we'll backtrack and come back here and get that shelf, because I've yet to see another one in the game other than the first one that you find here. Yeah. And I do want that shelf for extra space. So I see a battery, some nanners, some raw food, a key. These are very important. I'll show you why in a second. Let's get this to the van. We got our metal detector out here in the field. It's marking our place for us. We don't have to get that just yet, but I like to put the keys in here. There we go. It keeps things organized. Like these games here, especially when you first start out, you're just kind of like lobbing stuff in the back and then like taking off and then organizing as you go. I like to pre-organize as much as possible, because of my OCD, and then if I decide I need to find something, I know right where it is. I've always been like that. Alright, so the radiator's bone dry, because of course it is. We need a battery. These crates are so handy. Alright, here's the angle grinder. That'll allow us to knock the rust off the vehicle, and then it puts it into like a primer state. This is going to take every ounce of our water, unfortunately. I really hope we get the RV within the next POI. Alright, let's take this jug upstairs, because if there's any more water bottles or another bucket, we can transfer over to it. See the flashlight, another battery, radio, useless plant, this first aid kit, planter. Is that the compass? Yeah, right away, the compass, okay. There's something useful in here. There's the polisher. Some more. Okay, so this isn't exactly the best start. It really isn't. In fact, I'm a little bit leery of it, to be honest with you. Not gonna lie, chat. As the kids say, God, I hate that expression so much. Not gonna lie. Who the fuck? Why would you even lie to somebody? It's weird. Not gonna lie. I'm being honest, chat. I'm being honest with you guys. It's the dumbest expression ever. It's even worse than that 6-7 bullshit. It's like anathema to me to hear it. There's the extra gas, okay. And we're leaving that here. I do not care about license plates. There are about 47,000 license plates in this game. License plates are more abundant than food in this game for some reason. Is there anything on the cargo net? I tried and failed miserably to get up there one day. Yeah, now I'm hungry. Oh, thirsty, rather. The other problem is if you get too hungry or too thirsty, you will die. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. stove right away. Not that we have a pan. We'll get the pan though, so it's okay. We usually stick the stove right here. Usually next to the coffee pot, so we're getting organized. We're definitely getting organized. I'm not grabbing any of that paint. There's the coffee pot, but I don't see a coffee maker. I really could not step on those bottles. It was ridiculous. Alright, Betty. We're getting there. I don't see anything that's going to help us as far as healing our vehicle. There's tire repair, there's engine repair, battery charger, defibrillator. Okay, let's go ahead and attach. Let's fill up this, the rest of the water here. Oh, good, we had just enough. Oh, I can just drink it all up. Alright, there we go. At least we're not going to thirst to death. We're approaching the done part of this because there's nothing left to grab. I mean, this was a pretty shitty start, to be honest with you. Okay. If I'm being truthful, let's check the attic and then let's get out of here because there's nothing else. I mean, yeah, I can grab a couple of batteries. I gotta grab that polisher too. The food is give and take because there's canned stuff all over the place. I do need that though. I hate the controls on this game with a passion. They will not let me bind them to the arrow keys. I need the polisher. Can I get it in there? There we go. I'll just stack it up. There's a first aid kit. I probably can't fit on here. Compass. I do like the stacking ability. You can only carry one object in your hands. So yeah, you were quite limited in that. We're just going to take this whole thing with us. Because I don't feel like screwing with it right now. Get it on here. Get on there. There we go. Alright, we didn't see the shovel, did we? Oh no. Oh, I didn't check the attic yet. Okay, let's check the attic. Attic might have the shovel. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have carried that tray downstairs without fully checking the attic, but that's okay. Plenty of keys. Again, it's nothing I'm concerned with. God, what a stupid place for this. Yep, there's the shovel. There's the tool rack that we can't use. Is that watermelon? Yes, it is. Okay, watermelon is like the best thing to grow in the game because it heals health and food. But we're not going to plant it just yet. I want to make sure that we're established in the RV first because once the plant starts growing, you cannot move it. Kind of like locked into it at that point. I mean, you can move it, but it's very hard. The plant itself makes it difficult for that to happen. So, unless you just harvest and eat, but then like the food can go raw and spoil. I want that tool rack. Grab a shovel. I'm gonna grab that key from upstairs to open up this lockbox with. Go. And that wasn't such a chore, now was it? Okay. Our placement. And of course you can't attach the shovel or the metal detector to the tool rack. That is one of the things I submitted in the bug report. I said, can you please allow us to be able to utilize the tool rack for the actual tools? There's a crowbar in the game that I don't think it has a function yet, because I have yet to see anything that requires a crowbar to open. So that must be something that's coming down the pipe at some point. No, that's not right. let's get our toys, and then let's get out of here, because there's nothing left to build. I mean, we have everything. We're missing hatches, we're missing all kinds of stuff. Am I a perfectionist? Yes. Do I care? No. Okay. It gets that out of the way, because you can't utilize the tool rack, obviously. So, where did that key go? Is it upstairs? Let's get on toward night. Nights in this game are pretty dark. What was left up here? Just the battery. Alright, I can do without that. There's so many batteries. Plus, we're not angle grinding yet, so. So you take a key, and there's two variants. You got silver key, you got gold key. Now, what most people aren't going to realize, like I've been watching people play this, and then from my own experiences, that is a apple. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. Is that when you find a key on the ground, whatever POI you're at, pull out the metal detector, because there's going to be a crate there. Alright, let's get the hell out of here before nightfall. Good lord. Okay, so we have to have the doors. I can't dismount myself out of there, so... turn on the ignition, let's get rolling. There we go, this objective done. Alright, we're going to take the e-brake off. And away we go. Now, let's pray to the ecumenical gods of driving simulators that I find the very next upgraded vehicle at the next POI. My third save, I didn't find one for about 12 POIs. I was kind of pissed. It's okay, though. The POIs, while they are random in whichever order they're in, are procedurally generated. They're about every 5 miles, so... The next one we have coming up should be... I've never used the seat before, but I'm going to guess that it's going to be the containers. See the split right here? You see the van bump? Yeah. That happens occasionally in Long Drive, but it seems to be a lot more common in this game. It doesn't happen at all in Drive Beyond Horizons. Although that being said, the last episode I recorded of Drive Beyond Horizons for the Season 4 thing, he really needs to work on how POIs interact with the world. It doesn't blend in well. This one, the POI sits far enough off the road where you've got to drive to it just a little bit. You can still see it, though. But there's no road gap except where, I guess it's, I'm going to call it a chunk, kind of like Minecraft. So when the next chunk starts, the road's got a split in it. And unfortunately, if your save game, if you're reloading an old save, it can. See, here's another transition coming up. See it? See the line? Now watch. See the bump? I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that. The road should be seamless. I don't know how that can be fixed. That's a developer thing. God, we're going at max speed now. We're about 120 miles an hour. Let's slow it on down a little bit. First POI is a bus stop. I hate doing the tires like that, because to me it puts wear and tear on the tires. Kind of like your IRL tires, but... Alright, let's see what there is to see over here. Probably paint. Yeah, there's usually some variant of paint in here. Another compass. Here's a key. Okay, so the fact that there's a key right here indicates to me that there's going to be a chest. But since it's a common chest and I really don't need anything right now, I'm not going to worry about detecting it. I'm just going to save the keys. Let's get some water down us. I drove off without... Oh, no, I didn't. They're right here. There we go. I was going to say, I thought I drove off without the extra barrels. Let's close this. Crouch down. And I like to stack the food in here, because food actually stacks on top of each other. So you've got baked beans, which is that was. You got tomato soup. So I usually put that in the next cabinet down here. Let's just write that just unceremoniously, because we're in a hurry. So when we get to the next vehicle, we'll worry about. Do not eat the mushrooms. They are poison. Poison. Like Snow White over here, get poisoned. Alright, froze up just for half a second there. Yes, I know, it has to remind me every single time. I know the goddamn e-brake is on. You do not need to remind me. That needs to... Developer, please do that if you are happen to be watching people's videos. Take that warning message off. I know that the e-brake is on. If I'm hitting the go button and I'm not moving, that's a dead giveaway. It doesn't need to flash on the screen. That annoys me. I did actually see a new POI that I hadn't seen before, just before I started recording in the last save game I was working on, which is an abandoned car. I was like, wow, I can fix up a sedan. That would make for a very interesting minimalist playthrough, using a four-door sedan instead of a Betty van or an RV. This is Betty, so, you know, Betty van, Betty. They call it a hippie van, but whatever. It's a Volkswagen van. Oh, don't call it that, though. Copyright. Oh, we're gonna call it Betty. Alright, let's go on. Is that another POI I see coming up? Clump right there on the... No, it's just a piece of road. So sure is dark. Fortunately, the day-night cycle seems to be about 6 or 7 minutes long, maybe 8 minutes long. I haven't timed it. Drive Beyond Horizons is a little longer, the day-night cycle, and of course Long Drive is, you know what it is, it's on a 10-minute split, so... I wish that there was an option to, like, okay, so 7 Days to Die. You can make the day last 18 hours and the night last 6. So basically what it does is it stretches the texture for the sky to make a gigantic swath of day and one tiny little chunk of night. Okay, let bebop over here. Okay. Now let's explore our first gas station. Alright, I am not going to bother filling up the van because I'm switching to an RV, so we're not wasting fuel doing that. Ah, fucking get in the door. The table's annoying me. So right now we're just going to transfer all the fluid we can into these two jerry cans here. So this is going to... The RV takes a lot of fuel, so... Actually, let's do this too. And I think I can... I think if I back it up to the pump... In fact, let's try that. I don't know if I can get this close enough to reach or not. Let's try it. Okay. And then the door has to be open, otherwise you can't get out, which is stupid. But oh, there's enough room. Good. Let's get on toward day, so the light from the gas station has cut off. So, oh, good. The other tool rack. Excellent. Really excellent. I'll show you guys how that works. When we get to the RV, it's kind of a pain in the ass, but you need a lot of batteries. So. Go. Angle grinder. And unfortunately, these are the only two items that you can put in the tool racks at the moment. I requested that they allow the... Oh, good. Engine hatch. I requested that they add the crowbar and whatnot. Engine hatch. I don't usually use the end table at all. I grabbed it to have it, but I don't usually put that in the RV, so. And no RV back here. Much to my chagrin. It's okay, though. Anything in the garage? An extra motor, some tires, another battery, Betty van seat. Nothing crazy to write home about. I like to carry 2 spare jugs of water and 2 spare jugs of fuel. Just because you guys know how I am. I mean, y'all have watched my videos a lot. A lot of different paints. If I were going to do paint, it would be black. But I'm not going to bother. The RV is just, it's too damn big. And then it's also kind of buggy. When you start polishing it, it gets a little buggy. So... Key with us here. Always be careful clicking on these organizer shelves, because if you click anywhere besides a door, it is going to fly off the ground and into your hands. And then it's going to be a bitch, especially if you've got quite a few of them like together. It's an engine repair kit. I like to stick those right about here. Don't need that bucket anymore. But usually there's some water bottles in here. There's plenty of food to eat. I see no pan, even though I need a pan for the quest. It's okay though. Some more pills. If you couldn't tell by the cross, the pills are first aid, so. Oh, there's water right there. There's some milk. Now later on you can get a refrigerator. But it doesn't fit in the Betty Man, so. I mean, even though I know I'm switching this vehicle at some point, we're still going to organize it properly until then, so. Grab. Let's eat on the fly. Let's grab this watermelon, watch my food and my water. Fully. Fully up. I like that. A headlight for my car. Oh, it is. The headlight for my car, and there's also a headlight for the RV, so we're going to grab both. And that way, when we do get an RV, at least we'll have a headlight for it. Our Betty's getting assembled. Don't need a coffee cup. I'll show you why we don't need a coffee cup here as soon as we find some damn coffee in a coffee maker. Alright, is that it on the... I know people will be flaming me in the comments. Oh, but ass, you didn't grab every little item. No shit. It's because there's a lot of items. You can actually stack cans, which is cool. So, like, alright, so this is the same thing, the great value green bean, or baked beans. Oh, I had it, there we go. So you can stack it. I hate the controls on this game. They're so counterintuitive. And I've still got 2 hours yet. I'm waiting for the server to come back online in Star Wars, because I'm still grinding out tokens for that damn Nightlife Casino event. They add decos, and then they make them an insanely low drop chance in a machine that you can actually get tokens for very easily. So it's not like, I mean, I'm not buying the tokens, I'm farming them. And I got my character parked right now in a starting area. We're not grabbing any of that raw meat because it'll go bad. We don't have a stove. I mean, we have the oven, but we don't have a pan yet, so. I gotta get the other one. I'm not this is my favorite countertop. I love that marble, but it's also like the least convenient one to try to get food into. Just, I guess, I don't know if it's the angle or what, but they all look different. There's two that I want to get specifically. One of them is an actual angled one. Stick it in there. Can of tomato soup. It's real good for you. Good for what ails you. And like all these raw fruits and stuff like that, they'll eventually start to rot if you leave them in the vehicle. So they're no good. There's no point in wasting the energy picking them up. So there we go. Our batteries are going to go in here. So let's grab a couple. I think I saw some on the shelving. Didn't I? Did I see batteries? I saw a key. I'll blast it. Alright, well, I thought I saw a battery, and I guess I didn't. Okay. Come on, game. There we go. And what's that last item? Oh, first aid kit. Okay, that goes back here. Doesn't sit pretty. Alright, we're not worrying about the watermelon seeds just yet, so. Just taking this with us. There we go. More popping pills. Good enough for now. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. There's nothing left here for us, really. Ah, I'm mad that the RV wasn't here. So my theory is that the seed determines what POIs spawn in what order. And that's got to be it. Because the last couple of games that I've played, the first POI that I came to was the shipping container farm. I call it a farm, the shipping container arrangement. It's like 8 shipping containers full of random shit, which it is handy because there's a lot of miscellaneous parts that I really need, like maybe sometimes a door. But if I get the RV at the next POI, then I'm going to waste the gas doubling back to get that shelf. That shelf would come in so useful. And the sad part about it is I've never seen another one except the one at the start, so. And you can't take it with you because it won't fit in the Betty van. It's kind of a pain in the ass. You can't put anything on the roof either. That's what drives me nuts. I tried to load a basket full of batteries, the angle grinder, and the polisher because I was going to do the roof. Nope, you can't set it down. It can only go on a surface that you've put in your vehicle, the floorboard of the vehicle, or the ground, and that's it. You can't put anywhere else. I mean, some of the miscellaneous surfaces in the world, sure. It's hard to get up on the roof, though. You have to find a like a 2-story building that's got a steps, park the vehicle next to the building, and then leap off of it onto the roof. So when you run out of battery power, and you will run out of battery power, you actually have to go down, swap the battery, and then climb all the way back up again. It's a bitch. And you can't click through the glass, which sucks. Okay, here's the shipping container arrangement. And it looks like the radio tower just passed it, so that's good. The RV should be at the radio tower. That's a common spawn point for it. Common enough. Okay, let's get to where we can access the inside of this place. Alright, let's see what there is to see, if there's anything for us. Another Betty van seat. Not too happy about that. Some raw steak. I'll show you guys how to cook as soon as I find a pan, which I could very well find one here. There's a flashlight. I never use it, but better to have it and not need it than to need it and be without. I can only fit one item. Do I not have 2 hands? Am I not a human man? It's so weird. I think everybody who plays this game is begging the developer to make an inventory system, at least a backpack or something where you can fit 1 or 2 items. You're a human. You have 2 hands. They're not the same thing, are they? No, they weren't. Okay. I just throw this stuff in the back. I organize it as best I can. So, oh, good batteries and another angle grinder. I like how you can stack these, though. That is so useful. Alright, and down our batteries. Can I fit 4 on top of each other? No, I cannot. I can only do 3. Okay. 3 is as tall as I can do. It's okay. We're gonna need more. We're gonna need about 12 or 13 batteries total to fully grind out and polish the RV. It's big. That's why I don't bother with the paint either, because the paint is so hit and miss, and there's not a lot of it per can, so you need about 30 cans to do the whole RV if you're going to do one color. And you saw how randomly we were getting the paint. All right, I like to aim to get 4 of these, and that way I'll have 4 plants cooking up at any given moment. But of course, it's going to be in the RV, so. And I like the watermelon again is the best plant to grab because it heals both hunger and thirst. So. But we're going to wait till we get the RV before we actually worry about planting and harvesting. It takes a lot of water to make plants. Tomato and potato. We got potatoes, tomatoes, corn, potatoes on them. Alright, well we got a couple of things, so that's good. Let's get the hell out of here. Again, the e-brake is on. No shit, Sherlock. The only thing I don't like about the RV is there's only one entry point into the back, and it's a very narrow door, so it's kind of a bitch to get in and out of it sometimes. And there's no rear cargo hatch, so this part here where I've got my kits stacked up goes in the cab over. I got so mad. I was watching a YouTuber playing it, and I saw where he kept his spare tires, and I'm like, well, okay, that's fucking brilliant. I didn't know you could use the tool rack to put spare tires on. I thought the spare tires were hanging off the tool racks. So I load up into my game, and I'm utilizing the 2 tool racks like I'm using them on this for my angle grinder and my polisher. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wait till I get another tool rack, and then I can clean some tires out. I was only using the Betty van, so the space inside was limited, very limited. And I'm going backwards. And there goes my door. I don't really care, because I'm switching vehicles anyway. Was that my door and my headlight? You whore. The fucking guy I was watching earlier. The one who put the Betty van door on the RV and then got stuck in the vehicle. You can't swap seats when you're sitting down. You can't angle yourself low enough to hit the door latch to open the door. He's like, okay, I got a good idea, folks. I'm gonna gather so much speed, I'm gonna knock one of the doors off, and he hits it in the dead center of the van, and it knocked the passenger side door off. So that's like to me that's a scrubbed Let's Play, because then you can't see on the left hand side it says unstuck vehicle, unstuck character. Well, his unstuck wasn't doing shit. Because you're in the driver's seat, you can't unstick yourself while you're driving. I guess that's to prevent accidents. It's stupid, but whatever. I was going backwards. You poor bastard. He hits it in the dead center, the right thing falls. And then, of course, he lines up and aims for it again, and again tries to hit it in the dead center, and he lost one of the tires. I'm actually surprised I didn't lose a tire just then. We were just now talking about spare tires. I don't have any. So anyway, I finally find a tool rack, probably 8 POIs later. I mount it up, and then the tire doesn't mount to it. The tire can just stick to the side of the vehicle without any, and I didn't even know that. I was that hour old figuring that shit out. I was stacking the spare tires inside the vehicle and costing myself room I didn't need to. I could have put 4 tires on the vehicle and just been like, fine, these are my tires. They're spares, repair them as I go. Oh, my very first playthrough. Oh god, oh, that was such a disaster. I hit one of these transition spots and I actually lost one of the front tires, and I ended up cruising at about 1 snail pushing 2 snails speed. Oh, it was a nightmare. I was between 2 POIs, so it would have been the same distance to run forward as backwards, and the stupid part about it is I knew what was behind me that I could have ran and gotten a tire. Instead, I had the bright idea to run to the next POI forward, and there wasn't a spare tire. I had to go 2 POIs ahead and then run back. And of course, this isn't Drop Beyond Horizon, so I can't teleport back in the vehicle. Oh, it was a nightmare. Just then. Come on. Okay. Well, I saw no RV here, unfortunately. Yeah, boom, spare tire. I didn't know you could transfer bottle to bottle. I thought it was like Raft, this well, this mobile variant of Raft. It's kind of crabbier. Gotta be careful doing that. I don't want to mix. I don't know if fluids are mixable or not. I don't want to try it out. Another battery. Save up all these batteries we can. The angle grinder uses it up pretty quickly. You fucker. It's this table in the way, really, but like I said, this setup is just temporary till we get our RV, so. RV there yet? Enter. And coffee maker. Fresh cup of joe. Alright, let's get this down here. Let's move this. I think there's enough room. Nice. Okay. The coffee pot. Is there any coffee in here? Oh, there's one. Okay. Then more paint. I usually stack a coffee right here. Did you guys see? Oh, it's the... Okay, there was a weird haze effect that the sun had against it. It looked like smoke rising, like the hot plate was on. I was like, what? Okay. Now we have a radio that does nothing. I have music turned off anyway. We're listening to Western Ambient again, because it's the best free music for the desert. Money cannot buy because it's free. Okay. Battery charging kit. Right there. Right there. If I were smart, I'd be using these baskets so I could just transport it all once. This is a revive kit, or a defibrillator. And I think this is the last of the items that we... Yeah, there we go. So that's every kit in the game right there. The defibrillator, battery charger, tire repair kit, engine repair kit, the first aid kit. And we usually stack about 3 or 4 of them in the van, and then we have them. There's usually nothing in these lockers, unless sometimes there's a shovel or a metal detector if you manage to leave the starting area without either of them, which I've done. I will admit that, I have done that. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Let's check the front of the building just in case. Yeah, no, I didn't see it. What's this thing? Sun visor. Something I don't see too often. Is this for the RV or for my car? Who knows? Who cares? It's for my car now. I don't think there was anything left in here worth grabbing, was there? I mean, yes, coffee pots, but there's a key, which means that there's an item to grab under the ground. But like I said, the common items are... If we're desperately needing an item, then yeah, I'll dig through it. But... See, now we can freaking see what we got going on here. I like that. Hopefully what we can see is an RV in our future. Oh, get off the pole. Get off the pole. You're not a stripper. It's getting a little squirrely. The driving's not bad. It's the steering is very tight. It reminds me of driving the C18 in DBH. Both vehicles handle remarkably well. I wish they would put a flatbed pickup truck, though. I would much rather have a flatbed pickup truck that I can jump into, like... Here, developer, listen to this. This is an idea. A big pickup truck, okay? That's got, you know, the walls on either side that you can mount stuff to. And then the ass end of it, the tailgate, you pull it down and then can climb onto the tailgate like you would a ladder. That's my idea. And if you implement it, I want a royalty. to or a free copy of the game. I think I would pay a maximum of maybe $20 when this gets released. I mean, I know that your AAA titles as they come out are upwards of now $80, $90, sometimes $100, and that's before you get the bonus versions, like the collector's edition or the extended cut edition, and then those can rock and roll anywhere between $120 and $140. I think Avatar clocked in at $120. I think I got that shit when it was on $20 sale, but from what I understand, it wasn't that great of a game, and I can't play it on the ROG Ally anyway. I bought it with the anticipation of me getting another computer at some point, which I still will, you know. My good buddy Princess Retro sent me an offer. She was going to sell me a laptop for $1,000. I just don't have $1,000. I had to see back from the doctor, and I finally did. Oh yeah, that's what I viewers, if you're paying any close attention to me. The doctor has said in his here's the corner one. In his infinite wisdom, that there is not a damn thing wrong with me. It's so weird. So, I mean, obviously there was something wrong with me because I was eating food and getting hypertension and blood sugar fluctuation. So that had to have been the diphenhydramine that I was coming down off of. Please be a steak in here or something. There's no other explanation for it. So my mother thinks that it was the diphenhydramine because she's highly allergic to it, which I'm not, obviously, you know. Or maybe I was having a mild reaction, and then every single time I was tripling up the dosage, I was like feeding more of this poison into myself. See, this only has 2 storage cupboards, though. That's the problem. But it just looks cool. That's how I like it. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna put it. Actually, I think I got an idea. Let's do this. Plop that there. There we go. Our flashlight. Aw, I can't set it on the seat. Ridiculous. Okay. Just a little forward. Let's get the compass. Again, I don't know where to put that. Let's get this out of here. Doesn't point me anyway. Our vehicle just has two sinks. Oh, will that not fit? Sad days, folks. Well, it's coming with us, so there we go. You figure it out. Oh god. Alright. Any raw food? We got some more batteries. Another hot plate. Compass, some black painted tomato. Okay, so there's not much here. And I was going to stuff that right there. I'm anticipating the RV at the next POI or 2. I mean, it usually doesn't take that long to spawn in. I'm actually surprised we don't have it yet. So, a tomato go. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Let's head out. I mean, I guess if you hit the e-brake before you start the engine, you don't get that warning. But to me, it's just a really stupid warning. I don't know. This video is okay. Damn landlady. Her frickin' cousin, again, with leaving stuff in the wash for multiple days on end. It's so disgusting. And then my shit smells moldy. I can't fathom a 39, 40-year-old man not behaving like a 39 or a 40-year-old man. Granted, yeah, I play video games, but I'm still responsible about my shit. You know, I hold a job, I pay my bills. My rent is paid. I don't have to mooch off of people. And then I certainly don't throw a load of clothes in and then leave it sit for multiple days in the wash. They get so moldy that way. That's gross. But anyway, the doctor. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing wrong with me. that a good ass kicking can't cure. No. The A1C is fine. They said it's if dead even is the goal. My A1C is on the higher side of even. That means I'm not even at risk for diabetes despite being overweight. It's just so weird. I mean, of course, I'm going to keep watching my, intake. I'm not drinking sugar to an obscene amount, but I'm no longer concerned about, the potential for diabetes like I was, because like I said, I was having some severe sugar fluctuations. They said that my cholesterol level, the bad cholesterols, are a bit high. So she recommended that I take, what did I hit? Okay. She recommends that I take niacin, which I've never had niacin before. And of course the bottle was less than helpful instruction-wise. It's a 500 milligram tablet. And I looked it up. I said, well, when the hell are you supposed to take niacin? And it's apparently you're supposed to eat a light snack, take your niacin, and then go to sleep. And then you wake up and then, you've got energy to burn. I'm like, okay. Because, like, the last couple of days I've been bedraggled. I've been getting up at, 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Doing my chores, cleaning up my area, doing a little bit of exercise, so I don't get on the computer until it's time to go to work. And then, of course, at work I'm doing a lot of sitting. So by about 3 o'clock in the morning, I can't keep my eyes open. Like, I should have way more energy than that. This is the industrial complex. I don't think I've ever seen a RV at the industrial complex. That sucks. I was hoping to have the RV before I came upon this POI. There's a lot of stuff here. We might just skip it. Because I don't need anything right now on this little vehicle. Yeah, there's no RV here. Fuck. Let's skip it, and then if the RV's at the next one, we'll double back. Damn, I was hoping that. And then, of course, the next POI is probably going to be the watchtower, which has a guaranteed refrigerator. That's what I want, is the fridge. Stuff just disappeared off my screen. It was weird. Oh, but anyway, it seems like the Benadryl has finally moved itself out of my system. But anyway, that's what the lady said. She's like, I said, what probably happened is you probably developed a contact allergy to it, just because you were flooding your system full of it, and then in addition to you not being able to take it because you're allergic to it, your body is certainly craving it because you're going through withdrawal syndrome. I'm like, oh my god. So that one day, that Saturday, that I had to take another pill or risk crashing out, it triggered the allergic reaction, which is what set off the dehydration for a week straight. It was so bad. I hope I never experience that again. But she's like, yeah, your blood pressure is amazing for your size. Your A1C is phenomenal. She's like, I wish I had your AC1 or whatever it was. A1C. She's like, your cholesterol's a bit high, and then of course your liver's got some fat deposits on it. But then again, that's what the same thing that the ER told me. So, and then of course the ER's testing was gallbladder. Fuck, damn it! There's the watchtower without the RV yet. I think we're just going to skip ahead to the RV because like our Let's Play is now being held up by the fact that we don't have the right vehicle. Because there's nothing else I need. The van's fully packed with our needs, and I don't have enough room to maneuver inside the van right now. This is, of course, now I can't double back to the start because we've gone too far. Is that David Tennant? The video I'm watching on the left side of me. I don't even know what it is. I figured. There was no avoiding that. patrols are pissing me off. I lose a tire, did I? Okay, good. Man's certainly starting to struggle with all the weight on it. It's not really, but anyway, yeah, so her cousin, like, I just don't, I don't get it. Like, she even said the other day, she's like, he made the comment to me that I will make more in a year than he's made his entire life. How the fuck are you 40 years old and still haven't come up with the concept that you have to hold a full-time 40-hour-a-week job? Like, how in the world do you function? And then it dawns on me how he functions as he mooches off of, like, everybody who will have him. Until the family member gets sick and tired of paying for his vacation and they throw him out. That's why he can't live with his parents. They don't want to deal with him. And his excessive drug usage. She's literally the only one that'll tolerate his presence. She actually tossed him out week before last. But he didn't adhere to it, and back he comes. I was almost rid of his ass. I wouldn't mind living with him, except that, you know, if he was gone by the time I get off work to an actual, like, steady paying job. I mean, I pay $600 a month. I'd like to have this house to myself too, but I would never expect to live here for 8 months without paying a cent. Problem with him if he was gone by the time I got home from work, worked his whole shift out while I'm trying to sleep, and then came home and just had a relaxing, restful, quiet evening at home. But no, with this guy, it's yelling, hollering, screaming, or he's fucking around in the backyard wanting to have a party with the neighbors. There's that abandoned car. The neighbors who themselves don't work, all they do is mooch off of. They walk over here, can I have some weed? Are you eating food? Y'all need to live your own fucking lives. She can't stand these two neighbors. Like, I have no patience for people who won't work. You got a perfectly working vehicle. You should be out working. That's the way life is. This is not a socialist society. Come over and mooch off of us all the time. I got no patience for that shit. And this is coming from a guy who himself was homeless for 2 weeks. I didn't rely on the charity of others. I still worked. Again, no RV there. We're just going to keep going. I picked a bad seat. I knew I should have picked the seat that gave me the RV at the second POI. Every fiber of my being was like, as you might want to choose the RV. No, I didn't. I figured it would have been spawned in by now. The only reason why I chose 6.7 is that I saw the title of somebody's YouTube video that was like, it's the 6.7 seed. So I'm like, alright. Since that's now the going reference to everything, the life, the universe is every... The answer to life, the universe, and everything is no longer 42, it's 6.7. The Star Wars server should be up shortly. I would stream myself playing that if I thought anybody was interested. Nobody watches MMO streaming, hardly. Or at least unless it's a channel that's stupidly popular with a webcam and everything, which I don't do. It seems like your traditional MMO RPGs have gone the way of the dinosaurs, seriously. Like, WoW gets new content fairly regularly. ESO does too. Star Wars, they're getting ready to release 8.0, which is going to change everything. Like, right now your max level is 80, and I've got full set of armor for a level 80. Any level 80s, it's DPS armor, so it's got DPS stats. So no matter if I put it on a ranged or a melee, it's going to do the same thing. Is that another abandoned car? Give me an abandoned RV. So I've got 2 pistols, you know, because obviously Gunslinger has 2 pistols, and then my pistoleering non-gunslinger can use 1, and then of course there's an offhand. I've got a blaster rifle because of my lethality operative, and plasma tech uses blaster rifle. And then of course I have lightsaber and dual saber for my melees. And that's it. I need a sniper rifle and an autocannon, but it's not going to matter because once 8.0 comes out, all that gear is going to be obsolete. And I got that gear during an event too, so. Alright, let's go kind of slow. It's another industrial complex. My zoom no longer works. Again, do not see an RV. We need the radio broadcast tower. That's usually a guaranteed spawn point for that. I'll double back. I'll double back on myself. Anyway, it's gotten to be where I don't even want to play Star Wars. Like, I was on it last night, grinding out for the tokens, so I was in the starting area, and of course there's other people in the starting area doing the same thing, 'cause it's like the common spot to farm for this stuff. I have 3 characters parked there. I gotta teleport to a less populated map, because I don't want to mess up new people. I get, 10, 20 tokens, then I go up to the slot machine and I spin it, and all I'm getting is certificates. I have so many certificates, and nothing to buy with them, because I bought everything. I bought the set of weapons, the armor that drops. I've got all the... I guess I could buy another Rancor, too. It's a status symbol having that Rancor anyway, the Kingpin Rancor. I could buy a couple of Magnum Opuses. It's another mount that drops. I got 2 of the motorcycle that I wanted. I ended up with 2 Rancors for free. But they added decos. They added 2 gambling tables. One's a card game, and the other one's... It looks like Craps, the Star Wars variant of Craps, which doesn't exist. I mean, there's no Star Wars Craps game, but I want the decos for my casino nightclub. I've got a Nar Shaddaa, which is the gambling planet. I've got a stronghold there, and I got on the lowest level, I've got this pretty kick-ass nightclub cantina, and then you walk through the stronghold from there into the gardens. I have a nice gardens. Just past the gardens or the casino floor. So I've already got 2 or 3 gambling tables. I've got a Jarek table, which is the hologram chess game that Chewbacca was playing. Oh, we're now out of gas. Well, that was convenient timing, wasn't it? See if I can coast to a stop right here at this thing. That's a bit far. There's the forward button. I was really hoping to turn this corner and the RV would be sitting right here. That was so convenient, running out of gas right in front of the gas station. It was weird. IRL, knock on wood, I have never run out of gas, not once. It is so bad for the motor. Of course, gas prices are coming down gradually. Oh, here's the back hatch. I'm so mad right now. Like, I wanted the RV. I wish that had the opposite pattern. Like, I wish the skinny part was on the right. top it off. It doesn't look like I'm going to be getting an RV anytime soon. I mean, I guess I could make this a Betty Van run, but I like the room of the RV. Good, more coffee. Tutor fish. Some Bush's baked beans. Other beans are available. Tomato soup. Which side was that gonna go? These can be stacked 4 high. Yeah. That's fine. It gotta be pretty. I mean, we're not... My goal is to change this vehicle out, like... This is also a nice table to have. Actually, now that we've got that table, let's do a thing here. Perfect. Practically perfect in every way. Okay. Shut these down. I just don't want to carry that with us though, because that's coming with us. So, not worry about the milk just yet. Fucking battery. Just as I close the cabinet on that battery. I'll stick it here for now. Okay, where's the tuna, the tutor fish? Stick that. Yeah, so the cabinet's got some good room to it. I want one of these, but I want 2 of them. Let's see. this a little easier on us. So this isn't going to work. Not here, anyway. Can that fit right there? Okay, I can. I keep drinking it. I don't want to drink it. Was there anything else back here worth grabbing on this? This is our 4th pot, so now we have 4 pots. I mean, I reckon... I mean, the van is a very valid means of transportation. It is, but I was really hoping for that RV. See? We have everything nice and organized, except that right there is going to be in the way. That's the only thing. Grabbing back here. I swear to God, if the RV was right there after I just got done organizing the back of the van, I was going to be mad. I'm not seeing anything we can't live without. Still access the... Can't actually access the... That's fine. It'll be okay. It'll be fine, Lewis. That's empty. Well, there's nothing else here worth grabbing, so let's make sure that we're topped off on all of our foods here. Big gun walls. Like you see on a boat. That's fine. Like I said, the RV's got a better setup, so it'll be fine. Okay. Oh yeah, we did some more. Like I said, we're just gonna top it off. Oh shit, I just drank some. Fuck. I drank some again. Great. Is there a first aid kit here? Coffee! Alright, I'll show you guys the coffee. Since now we have an abundance, I was waiting for that. Alright. So you flip open the lid, hit refill, for a pot. It's free water. If you've got a coffee pot and coffee, you should never, ever be thirsty again. There's no reason to be thirsty. Mighty good. See, the quest is use a first aid kit to recover your health, but I do that and the quest doesn't update, so it's usually pointless to try, so let's get out of here. Wait, I saw that. There's one more thing of coffee right here, which I thought I had grabbed. I like how I can pass through this container without it actually, like, affecting... Ooh, engine repair kit. And away we go. I cannot believe we ran out of gas right at a gas station. That is too funny. So yeah, this is our hippie van. Like to have had an RV. But at least our needs are met. So I just have to grab a spray can to get that objective off my head. Basically, the only objective we're going to have left is this patch yourself up, because for some reason it doesn't update. I don't know why. I'm going to try to knock my health down manually by jumping off stairs and see if maybe that will trigger that objective to stop. Hopefully it will. I don't know. It's going to take us a little while to transfer everything over. I mean, it's not going to be too terrible, to be honest. I see a flat top structure ahead. I don't think that's the telecommunications. Well, it might be. I don't know. I see something sticking off the top of it. Oh, that might be the telecom. See, the last one that we came to didn't have the RV at it, so maybe this one does. Oh, no, it's not either. That's the freaking... Screw you. I will stop here, though, because there's the random chance for having the extra seat that I like. Which we're going to need for the RV anyway. Sofa. I don't bother with the sofas. I mean, if I get... Oh, here's the seats. If I could sit down and, like, have the night pass by as though I were sleeping, I would get that seat in a heartbeat. We just do not have enough room for that in van living here. There we go. That's all I wanted was a seat. I see another building up ahead. This is weird. I think this is like the longest I've gone without having the RV spawn in. I know it's fairly rare, but I've passed 4 buildings that it could potentially have been at and it not be there. It's so bizarre. I don't know what this video is that I'm watching. It's a synopsis of something. I have no idea, but... Looks like a fan film the way it's filmed. It's like B-roll footage. It's so weird. It's like it's filmed in like with TV show overlay. Like Law and Order, how it kind of looks. I can't describe it. It looks like it's like a darker film. No RV here. I'm not really surprised. That's not the building that it spawns in. We need that satellite relay building. We came upon one earlier, which is where I found the coffee pot. But that's usually the building that's the most common for the RV spawn. The gas station is too, and we've passed 2 gas stations now that it didn't have it. This is a bad spawn, I guess. Bad seed. I'm never using it again. There's an antenna. Oh, is that the RV? I think I see it. Oh yeah, there it is. We are cooking with gas now. Now I regret filling up the tank, but that's okay. But I digest. Do not hit it. Okay. All right. There's the RV. Look how much more room this is. That's gonna be phenomenal. Okay, let's put that there. Let's grab this. Oh yeah, look at that. There's gonna be plenty of room right there. Now, I want the table to go right, if it can, here. So I want there to be like a little gap. That way we can still access the seat. Okay, that's perfect. Now let's grab this whole thing in one go. See that? Look at that. That's a little crooked, but I can live with that. I can live with that. I won't be happy about living with it, but I can live with it. Let's see, are there any more furniture pieces here? This isn't a building for furniture, so. Hippie van door. Shit. Like I said, we're not gonna find RV parts right away. Not with the RV at any rate. We're gonna angle grind while we're here, though, since I got this big-ass building. It's another defibrillator. We don't need coffee. We're gonna need as many batteries as possible. Like I said, the unfortunate thing is I can't put any of these batteries up there, so put them here for a second. No, we're not going to do the tires just yet because I want to angle grind. So let's grab the defibrillator, get that put up. In such a way that we can still access it. See, now we can fit a whole lot more of the devices and the kits and stuff. Is there another defibrillator in here? Yeah, there was. This van is awkwardly positioned, but that's okay. Nice. Now let's just begin hauling stuff over. See, we can't actually get up in here because we can't jump while in the vehicle, so we have to make sure that whatever we put in here, there's enough room to grab. We can still grab it, in other words. Okay, let's get our tire repair kits and stuff. Still grab it. Whoops. Oh yeah, I'm anticipating we're gonna get hungry and thirsty while we're transferring over. And we still got to angle grind yet too, and that's gonna take a long time. Once we get the top, at least the sides and the whatnot they're a little bit easier on the repair. Yeah, the cab over where most van livers sleep is my like storage. Okay, let's grab this. I did see something here. Oh, there it is. Extra battery. We'll carry 3 or 4 extra batteries on us. I've never needed it, but, you know, to not have it is absurd. Not when they're freely right here, so. Cool. Got our one headlight. Of course, now we're missing all the doors and whatnot, but that's okay. It's the wrong steering wheel, but it shouldn't matter. Wheel's a wheel. I mean, there's only 2 different wheels in the game. I mean, okay, got the radio. That doesn't do anything. Attach it there. Oh, my one sun visor. Got it. I snagged it. Okay. Nice. Alright. We got our engine. In hindsight, I probably should have moved the van first. I guess I got enough room. Yeah, I got enough room. I want to park that next to this little roof. I'll show you guys how to clean the... I usually clean the vehicles from the top down, especially because, well, 1, they don't rust again, but 2, the, this vehicle is ridiculously huge. Ooh, running low on Wawa. Agua! Don't mess with the agua! At least we don't have to use our own store. Yeah, that's nearly full. Nice. That worked out rather well. Alright, let's get all the other crap in here off of here. The picture frame. I like to put these out of the way. I mean, I like to display them. I like to have them out of the way of other stuff. Because I would like to put the refrigerator here. I usually put 2 more tables. So in this case, maybe 1 more table. Yeah, it's gonna have to be 1 more table, I think. Let's grab our pots. I think we can afford a little bit of light. Got extra battery stuff. I thought I had another table. know what? I'm fine with that. Fine with that placement. Sweet, now we got that with us. I wish I already had the refrigerator and the shelving and all that other stuff, but that's okay. That is okay. I'll just set this here for now. We're not going to plant our plants yet. Why? I'm thinking that table. I gotta still access all this stuff. I mean, I can. Yeah, I can get up in there. Sure enough, I get to the batteries. Actually, the batteries I kind of want to put. Thinking back on it now. Fit a lot more batteries on this one. Look, we have so much room for activities. Ah, you whore! So you got to be very careful. Yeah, because then we can still access the seat. Okay, that works out pretty well then. Fish we'll put right there. See, if we use this method, well, of course now it's not going to want to do it since I want to showcase it. There. Now we'll just wait till we get another table to plant our plants. We'll just put one on each table. And the excess we'll store down here. That looks really good right there, actually. I just need my nightstand for here. I need my refrigerator here, and then it's probably going to be one more sink next to it, if not another table. I don't know yet. And then we'll be in good shape. I think most of the YouTubers kind of set their vans up about the same way as far as organization. I'm a little bit OCD when it comes to it, because I like to be able to know where things are without having to think about it. Like everything has a place and everything is in its place. I gotta just refill anyway. Oh, it had some fuel in it. Once you fill up a vehicle, there's no siphon, you can't get it out, so. Always be judicious with swapping vehicles. Carry at least 2 jerry cans on you, especially if you're going to go from the hippie van to the RV. RV needs a nice girl's name. I was thinking Elsa. I don't know why. You know what I'm going to call her? I'm going to call her Jezebel. My former friend and I, he had bought a, oh god, what was that, a 78 Impala, I think it was? It was roached out. Like, I can't believe he actually paid for this thing. Like, it's like junkyard quality, but it was all dry rotted and rusted out. The fucking radiator fluid was rusty. Rusty brown colored. But anyway, we called it Iron Jezebel. Ooh, these tires are only 75% good. I'm going to put the spares on the back, but I'm going to do so after I've angle grinded it. Jezebel off the ground here. Bye, Betty. Sad. Oh, I forgot the shovel and the metal detector, the flashlight. We gotta get all the other stuff out of this thing. Let's get the flashlight. Oh, I think we could turn the lights off inside too now that there we go. So, flashlight, we're gonna stick that for right now here. Because I don't think there's any space between the space between spaces. Grab our shovel. Nice spot for it. And our metal detector is... See, it's already bleeping. It's detected something. There, see, that's nice and out of the way, so we can still access this cabinet here. Get in and out of the cabinet. I'm gonna put it right there. I was thinking of coffee, but I don't think the coffee can stack. It's weird. Oh, coffee. So I don't even bother with the coffee pot or coffee cup. I just, you see, drinking coffee made my desire for a first aid kit go away. Well, there was Betty. Alright, let's get this thing. First, this is ungainly as all get out. Gotta get this thing next to the building so that way we can jump to it. I was gonna say, why aren't you turning? You can get a little closer, I think. Come a little closer, baby. Oh, without a door, we can just pop right out. Alright, let's get the angle grinder. Pain in my ass. This is this part of it. That's why I don't bother painting it, because like I said, the paint is hit and miss. What's that? Ah, hippie fan door. That's okay. Jump down here, and we'll jump up here. Alright. There we go. And it froze. Obviously took the keys. There we go. We're probably going to take 2 batteries, maybe 3. I'm doing the edge first because, like, when you get the angle grinder too near the edge, it tends to, like, clip down and it wastes battery that way. So I'm doing the edge first, kind of like doing the edge of a puzzle first. Through the window. So now we're not quite as meticulous. You always want to do the roof first, because the roofs, you can't climb onto the thing from the ground, because this game, just like, you know, Trial Beyond Horizons, it doesn't view you as a human man with arms with which to split yourself up, so your jumping in this game sucks. Like mowing the lawn. I feel like I'm playing Power Wash Simulator. And there is no good time to use the polishing tool. To me, the colors, it's so hard to distinguish what is the like primer color and what is the polished color. Just on my straining eyes. So all I do is angle grind it. I leave it as primer and as basic as possible. It still looks good. At least it doesn't look roached out. Slow. It's gonna run out of battery here in a second. I wish there was a meter that told me that. Instead of just my manly intuition. Yep, I figured. I knew that was coming. Then we'll grab a battery. Reload the tool. I know some of y'all are probably going to be disappointed. Bananas, you should paint the thing. You have no idea. It takes about 20, maybe 25 paint cans to do the whole thing. Paint can only lasts about 15, 20 seconds. It's a bit of a son of a bitch. Alright, well that's the roof done. I think it looks good. Let's get the sides here. Actually, the underneath is fine. It's the sides and the front of this cab over part that sucks. Not as meticulous with it as I was. Trying to be. If you go over too fast, then you just looks like something gonna fall out. That's why I like it. If we had yellow paint, I would leave the vehicle this off-color blue, and then paint the doors yellow. The crazy part about it is we have to keep the angle grinder because we're gonna eventually get the doors, which are all roached out. This is looking good. Looking real good. This takes a long time. See, this cab over part has a hard time with polishing. For some reason. So that's why I leave a primer. It just makes life easy. See it? Bump the edge. Like a damn U-Haul. Or taco truck. There you go, developer. Add a taco truck to the game. One with one of those like rolling side windows. At the edge of my thing clipping through that. It's weird. I like these pass-through boxes. I wish you could actually open them and utilize them. Like you can on the bus on long drive. That little extra cargo hatch. See, I can pass the angle grinder through these tool racks, but I can't do that with tires. That's why we're holding off on mounting the tires to the vehicle. I can see roughly spots that I have a hard time doing this even IRL. Like I'm not good with an angle grinder. It's my poor eyesight, the differentiating the different surfaces and textures and stuff. I'm no good at it. Get around the thing. There we go. This is looking real good. Does nothing. Shit, see, we're already out of battery. I told you it takes a lot of battery to do this. So I'm trying to conserve it as much as possible. It's a spot that I can still solid. This is looking good. I like that. Looking real good. I might not even make a thumbnail for this one. I mean, this is just a demo game after all. This isn't the full game. It's holding me up. Oh, the damn box. If this game has an auto save and that's why it's doing that, I wish I could disable it. I hope the developer does not add gradual degradation over time like Drive Beyond Horizons, or if they do, let me disable it like I do in Drive, because I like to be able to do my vehicle and then not have to do this shit ever again. This part of it's so tedious. Oh good, the light came up behind me. I'm trying to get where I can't get because of that box that's behind me on my feet. There we go. Now we're away from the window. A lot of surface area. Poor Betty, I never angle grinded her. She's just gonna sit here at this abandoned research station or whatever it is and just roach herself to death. It's poor Betty. So I'll give a moment of silence for Betty. Okay, that's enough. background through the night, or is it getting on toward night now? I can't really tell. Probably need one more battery to finish off the back.
Hungry. So at least we got room to cook. I still don't have a refrigerator, so I'm not going to be storing potentially expiring food inside my van. I found something very neat at Kroger this morning. I found I like breakfast sandwiches, and it's probably part of like the bad cholesterol thing because I would eat a lot of them. Well, for about $2 or $3 more than your standard unhealthy breakfast sandwiches, I found some English muffin with all natural egg, cheese, and turkey sausage instead of regular red meat. Because I'm trying to avoid red meat, you know, so I can get it healthier. Which I like turkey sausage, it's fine. They make it, you know, as long as your turkey sausage has a little bit of caraway seed in it, it'll taste like real pork sausage. That's the trick for those of you guys who are trying to lose weight. You know, like if you want to add meatballs but you don't want to have red meat, make turkey balls, but then put caraway seed in it. That's perfect. That's done. I love this. All right. Granted, that's back where it was. Now let's mount the tires. Why are they not mounting? Oh, can I not do the tires? Oh, that's ass. You can't mount the tires to the side of the vehicle. It's okay. We'll just put them inside. I'm taking these spares. I mean, I'm not leaving them behind. How high can you stack tires? Like IRL, you could probably stack them up to the ceiling and that'd be fine. It's our hovel. What do you guys think? Let's get that spare battery that I left behind. Since I left my battery behind on Blue Bayou. Okay. This is looking good. I like this. This is great. We have a lot of room for activities now. What do we have that we're missing? Anything crazy in here? First aid kit, and another can of beans, which we're gonna eat, because yeah, we're dying. Crowbar. I don't have a spot for the crowbar, which is weird, because you can't store it vertically. Just put it right there for now. I don't even know what you can use the crowbar for. I've never seen anything locked to such a degree that you needed the crowbar to unlock it. I call it the universal key. Mater. Alright, there was nothing. We don't even need the basket, because this was the only other item. Alright, we'll stick this with the others. I make a nice house. Look, look how much room this is in here. This is great. We're lacking on the fuel.
this isn't a gas station. I just went out here to look for a gas pump, and this isn't a gas station. So that's bone dry. I'm just seeing if there's anything else left worth grabbing up here. A red cap. I don't want it. A van door. Okay. Well, it's time to head on. Let's mosey. The road's back up this way. Oh, wait. Let's do this. And then that. That should shut off our lights. Yeah, it did. Okay. Wait, I didn't mean to hit that. Alright. Let's get this rolling meat box down the road. Hopefully the next POI we come to is one of those watchtowers, because I want the refrigerator. That way we can actually start storing meat, which has good saturation. And we're going to go to one more POI, and then we're going to call this a video. This is a good demo. I'm still going to keep playing this even off camera. Or I might could continue going on at least until we finish completing the RV, get to all 3 of the doors, and then we're done. Because until they update it, there's really nothing else left to do. We've got every item in the game in this RV already. Except the sofa, which I really don't have a whole lot of room for. I could probably stuff the white sofa back in the back next to the refrigerator, and then get one table in, and then we're done. Oh wait, that might be how I set it up. Which is going to mean going to the next storage container, shipping container location. Hopefully a white couch is in there, because I think the white couch and the refrigerator can sit side by side. It looks like there's enough room. Without getting my measuring tape. Man, I hope that niacin I bought works and I don't get a rash. Even though, I'll be honest with you, even if I do get a red rash, which is the most common side effect, I'll probably just suffer through it. Especially if it's going to give me the energy that I need. Help me start burning off some of this weight, because I'm eating good, I'm eating healthy. Okay, let's see what there's to see in here. Turn signal for the hippie van. Big ol' hunkin' chunk of nada. Spare engine, another tire. We only need four spare tires. Any more than that is just ostentation. That's just utilizing more. That's a pretty table. I don't need that table though. You know what? Give me that table. I want to see how this looks next to the other table. Because if it looks halfway decent and it can fit 2 plants on it, we might just use this instead of... Ah, come on, get up there. Okay. Yeah, because then the fridge will go right. Let's do a quarter smidge. So I'm thinking fridge here, sofa here, the tires. Well, I don't know about them tires. I don't know where a good spot would be. I could probably move this. Actually, you know what? Well, the batteries can't stack. That's the only thing. I could probably put 2 side by side. Because you really only need 2 spare batteries. Now the problem is up here, only two tires can stack up here, though. That's the thing. There's the rub, as it were. We'll figure it out. Depending on what we get, we'll figure it out. Useless plants. Alright, here's a raw meat. It's a steak. Did you say steak? Hell yeah, I said steak. Alright, let's get steak cooking. Turn on the stove. Now we gotta sit here for a minute while it recovers. be more watermelon. See, now it's medium cooked. That's how I like it, but it might not give you as much saturation than if you sit through this timer. And then once it says cooked, you have that amount of seconds to get it off that heat, otherwise it'll burn. 8 seconds to pick it up and eat it. And then turn the hot plate off. It go off, okay. Grab the coffee, we're gonna nom 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 nom. Perfect. See, now we're fully green. I like that the coffee pot utilizes no water. Actually, dump the rest in here. There we go. That's a better use for that. Now, that being said, let me see something. Trying to line it up. That looks good. Look at that. Damn, only these weren't empty. Look at that. See, we can't access that back one, but that's okay. Oh, I love how I can move that as a stack. So I can put the fridge here, and then hopefully the couch here, and then that's our living situation. I like it. All right, where's the road? The road. On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. There is a watchtower coming up ahead. I can't wait to get on the road again. I was going to stop it at this one, but let's go to that watchtower right there. Let's grab hopefully the refrigerator and the couch, and then we should be good to go. The moment I get 2 more watermelon seeds, I'll get to harvesting, and we'll have that going on for us. We're in a good way. I don't know why people feel that this game is hard. You just gotta anticipate your needs. Like me carrying 2 extra jerry cans, even though they're empty. And then once we find more jerry cans, we just fill up the tank, and then the excess dump into the container. And then eventually you'll have like 30 liters of fuel on reserve. You never know, that little smidge of water might be what it takes to... Oh, this is one of those rainbow ones. I like this one. Red Holla. The holler. Going down to the holler. If I can get it to... That is good enough. Red Holler. I'll just find another rainbow one that's Red Holler, and then we're good to go. That is not the couch that I want, so that is not the one we're going to be grabbing. I want the white couch, specifically because it'll match the rest of the interior. I'm going to grab that refrigerator, though. There, so now we have 2 spare batteries. in a nice little nook. Oh, I just ate that raw damn chicken, didn't I? Fuck. You know, at some point they're gonna add the effect of that thing poisoning me. Nah, but I'll tell you what we can do is this. Watch this. We can put the milk in the door. So now we'll start collecting milk. It does the body good. Home, home on the wheels. Look how flush that is. The reason why I'm putting the refrigerator on this side is because see how wide the door opens? It would clip through otherwise, and that annoys me. So, I don't think we need anything else that was here that I saw upstairs at the moment. So, let's grab that couch to see how the white one's going to look. I'm not going to keep it in there, but let's just grab it. I want to get that quest objective off of my hotbar. It is so hard to see. Yeah, I'm not keeping the red one. I want the pretty white one. But oh yeah, there'll be plenty of room. This we're not keeping either. I'm just placing it just to hopefully clear the quest. Because we already got furnishings and I'm not lifting up anything that's already currently in place. There it goes. Nice. We're gonna keep that sofa in place until we find the white. Actually, we're going to call this one an episode. Now that we found just about everything we wanted, other than the doors, the 3 doors, we're in a good spot now. Just getting away from the POI as I do. Alright, folks, you guys are a great audience. Hopefully you will like seeing me play this. This is shaping up to be like a really fun Let's Play. I mean, it doesn't have anywhere near the intensity as the Drive Beyond Horizons, and it doesn't have anywhere near the jankiness as the Long Drive, or the, more elaborate mixing of fluids and stuff like that, but it's going to be pretty fun. Anyway, you guys take care.